to my channel. I know it's been a long time because I have been busy with other things, and I was undergoing surgery, dental surgery, so my teeth was a bit retarded. Like my speech was retarded, so it wasn't so clear, and I thought I should wait until everything was okay. And it's much better, as you can see, because the speech is more clearer and the teeth is also getting aligned gradually. So there you go. Yeah, so that explains why I've been off and I don't make YouTube videos for quite some time now. So today I want us to talk about something more interesting, something about the factors that determines the wig price. Some of the factors that determines the wig prices differ, and I know you all agree with me that at some point in your life we're a beginner to wearing wigs, and when it comes to the selection of wigs, we often get confused when you're trying to buy a wig because the prices differ. The same type of hair, you go somewhere, someone will tell you, oh, it's 10 cedis. Another one will also tell you it's 20 cedis, and you wonder, why is this 10 and why is this 20 when it's the same thing? So it's so confusing, and it gets more confusing and harder when someone asks for the price of our wigs, and then another one tells a person, oh, I know a place where you can buy it at a relatively cheaper rate. And so it's so confusing. Why are the prices of wigs different? Why don't we have a fixed price for all wig types and it keeps changing, like different prices from different stores here and there? I want you to understand that a wig is not a standard product, which means there are no clear standards to judge whether a wig is good or not. But don't worry, maybe by the end of this video, I'm sure you will understand why and some of the factors that influences the prices of wigs, which will help you to choose the most suitable wig and the more affordable wig that sort of fits your budget. It will also help you to appreciate the efforts we the wig makers, we the wig sellers put into making your wigs and provide you with your quality hair. So the next time you order a wig and somebody tells you it's 700 cedis, 1,005 cedis, you won't be like, wow, it's so expensive. You will understand why the prices are like that, and you will appreciate it. So I'm sure you're going to share these videos with your boyfriends and your husbands and your so that they'll also understand, because they go to the salon and the barbering salon and pay 15 cedis to cut their hair. So if you go to them for 1,000 cedis to buy a wig, they don't understand, because they feel like, I cut my hair for 15 cedis, so why do you go to the salon and spend about 500, 200, 700 cedis on a wig? It doesn't make sense to them. So I'm sure maybe if you show them these videos, or after watching these videos, they're going to understand why our hairs are too expensive, or why we are expensive. Wigs are mainly using two kinds of hair materials: synthetic hair and human hair. But we at Wigs and Webs by Abner offers both, depending on your preference and your budget. So let's say your budget ranges from 200 or 300 cedis. We will determine whether we can get you a synthetic hair, a fiber hair, or a virgin hair. So it all depends on your budget. If you have 1,000 cedis, you get your choice or your type of hair. If you have 500 cedis, you get your type of hair. If you have 200 cedis, you get your type of hair. So the wigs are mainly synthetic. It's either synthetic or human hair, but depending on your budget, we can either get you a synthetic or human hair. That's what I'm trying to say. Another question too may come up, that what is the difference between a synthetic hair, human hair, Indian hair, Malaysian hair, Chinese hair? These are classified mainly by the hair source, or by the country where the hair was purchased from. So the hair source doesn't determine the price, but it rather determines whether the hair is virgin or not. Now here comes another question. What's the difference between virgin hair and Remy hair? Virgin hair is a hair that has never been chemically treated or chemicalized or chemically altered in any form or in any way, which includes dyes, perms, bleach, or any other popular processes that you know of. This particular hair has never undergone any of these treatments, so it's purely virgin. And if the hair has gone through any of the processes that I talked about, like bleaching, dyes, coloring, any of the processes that you know can be done to hair, chemically processed to the hair, will be classified as Remy hair. So if you understand, if you go to the market and you see a hair with the name virgin hair, it means it has not been chemically processed or chemicalized. And if you see a hair with the name Remy, then you should know it has gone through or undergone a chemical process. So these are the purely virgin and has not undergone any chemical process. And because of its strength, it can be dyed into any bright color that you want with a desired result, with an absolutely beautiful result. And it's not going to be as dry as the Remy hair. So if I want to break it down, it means that the virgin hairs are softer, smoother, silkier, feel so soft to touch, and it's stronger than the Remy hair. And the Remy hair, even though it's also virgin hair or human hair, has been chemicalized, so it makes it a bit dry. The second point is hair length. Hair length is an obvious factor that affects the wig prices. The longer the wig, the longer the time the donor needs to grow the hair, and it will be more and more expensive because the development of the economy in every country differ. Another thing is girls are likely to change their hairstyles often than before. So let's say you want 20 pieces of 30 inches of Brazilian hair. So as a hair producer or a wig maker, I need to place an order from Brazil for 20 pieces of 30 inches of Brazilian hair. And maybe in Brazil, this particular lady who has a very long hair donated her hair not long ago. So that means she has a short hair now. It's going to take her a long time to grow 20 inches 30 times for me, because I want 30 pieces of 20 inches Brazilian hair. So it's going to take a long period for this particular lady to grow that long hair, cut, and then donate. So it's not like the longer the hair, the cheaper the price. It's rather the longer the hair, the more expensive it becomes, especially if it's a donor hair or a virgin hair or a human hair. Those ones are very expensive because they are not made from fiber. They are not made for things easily acquired. It's made from virgin human hair, and it takes a long time to grow. So definitely it's going to affect the price of the hair. You need to keep in mind is scalp construction. Different scalp construction needs a different amount of handwork as well as techniques to get the work done. That is why sometimes you might find out that even a synthetic wig is more expensive than a human hair wig. Why is that the case? It's because of the cap construction. But for now, we at Wigs and Webs by Abner only do cap constructions for our braids wigs. It's only the braids wigs that we take our time to construct. There are mainly 3 kinds of cap constructions in the market, which is the full lace wig, the 360 wig cap, and the 180 degrees or the closure wig cap. The full lace cap, which is the most expensive because it's the entire hair. So if I can explain, or let me show you the pictures. This is how the full lace wig looks like. So it goes all round, and the hair is constructed on all parts of the hair. So when you wear, it looks more natural. This one is very expensive. So maybe your hair might be synthetic, but you might have used the full lace wig to construct. Definitely it's going to affect the price of the wig, because it doesn't matter whether it's synthetic or fiber. But as long as you're using the full lace wig, is going to be very expensive. And then we also have the 360 cap, which is designed in a very clever way and goes round the head, which makes it easy to hold a ponytail. So if you are someone who is thinking of buying a wig that can hold a ponytail, you can go for the 360 wig, which goes all round and it can be easily tied into a ponytail. Wherever you want to put your pony, it's going to be easy because it goes all round. Then we have the lace front cap, which are affordable alternatives to full lace cap. So if you don't have money to buy the full lace, the 360, you can go for the lace front. That one goes from one ear to the other side. That's how some people call it, ear to ear, because the net covers just a small part of your face, and that one too, it looks more natural when you comb your hair backwards. You can hold the ponytail downwards. Actually, this is a closure, so with this one you cannot expose these sides because there is no lace covering here. The lace is just from here to this side. But with the frontal, it goes all the way round to from one ear to the other, which makes it easier for you to comb your hair backwards and hold a ponytail backwards, like something like this. Yeah, that one also looks pretty. So if you are someone who is more concerned about your budget and do not want to spend too much on hair, you can consider the lace front wigs. But the prices are still different when the area of the lace front is different. So it depends on how you want your wig to be constructed, whether it's full lace, whether it's lace front, whether it's 360, or whether it's just a closure. So keep that in mind. All these things comes into place when you are determining, or we are determining, the amount to charge for a wig, or how much a wig should cost. All these things are determining factors. So it's about the cap construction, it's about the texture of the hair, and where the hair is coming from. All these factors come into place to determine how much a wig is going to cost. So the next time you go to the market and you see a hair that costs like 200 or 2,000 cedis, don't be too surprised. Or a hair that costs $230 or $400, don't be too surprised. The next point, which is number 4, is hair density. The price of a wig is affected by its density. The heavier the wig, the pricier the wig may be, and the more heavier the wig will be. And as the wig becomes more heavy, the more it becomes natural looking and more beautiful. So the density of the wig also determines the price. So there are some shops in town that weighs their wigs before selling. So the price is determined by the weight of the wig, because the more bulky and heavier the wig is, the more expensive it will be. So if you want quality hair, if you go to these shops and they are scaling, they are putting the hair on scale, don't be too surprised. Some people even put tape measure to measure the length of the hair before selling, because all these things comes into play when you want to charge, or you want to determine how much a hair is going to cost. The overall price usually depends on the wig company. Different wig companies have different operational costs and the brand names they've established for themselves. So you can't compare the price wigs and webs will charge their wigs to how much a hair company like Hair Center would charge for their hairs, or other brands that you know of. It all depends on the operational cost and the brand name they've established for themselves. Wigs and Works by Abner, for instance, do not own a manufacturing company, and we do not know manufacturing companies. We don't deal with them directly. So we purchase our hair from wholesalers. We purchase our hair from wholesalers from the market, and so because of that, sometimes our wigs are relatively high. They are not too low and they are not too high, extremely high that you cannot purchase. But because we are also buying from wholesalers to work with, and nobody wants to run a business at a loss, our wigs are relatively high because we purchase from wholesalers on the market. Other factors include profit margins, promotions, and so on. So these factors, these 4 factors that I listed, are what comes into place to determine the cost of one wig. So if you go to the market and somebody tells you the wig is 1,000 cedis, 2,000 cedis, don't be too surprised. It depends on what went into the hair. Maybe it's a donor hair, maybe it was made from full lace, maybe it has never been processed or chemicalized in any way, and all these things affects the prices of the wigs. So the next time you go to the market and they tell you the price, don't be too surprised, like, hey, no wedding, or it's too expensive. It is because, or you can even ask them, is it a raw hair, is it a Remy hair, is it a virgin hair, what kind of hair is it? Ask them, let them tell you, so that you know what you are buying. When you're choosing a wig, you should clearly understand your main demand, which helps you to choose the most suitable one within your budget. We are not forcing you to go and break your bank accounts to get the most expensive hair. So you should have a budget, a clear view, a clear idea of what you want to purchase and how much it costs. For example, if you want to change your hair color often, if you're someone like me who loves colors and always want to change colors, you should go for a number 613 virgin hair wig, which will be better than a naturally black Remy hair, which will be a bit difficult to change. If you don't have enough time to take care of your hair, a shorter length bob wig will be better than a long hair, because with a shorter hair wig, it doesn't need more maintenance as compared to the long hair wig. So if you're someone who isn't so good with hairs, who is a newbie to the hair with the wig, life, if you're someone who's so busy you don't have time for your wigs, I would recommend that you go for a short bob wig, than to go for a long 30 inches hair that you cannot maintain. I hope I'm making some sense here. Esegoma. Okay. If you are new and you do not know so much about hair, I hope you find this video very informative, so the next time you want to purchase hair or you want to purchase a wig, you know what you are going for. It's not all the time that maybe your wig makers or your hairstylist can go to the market to get the wigs for you, especially looking at how expensive wigs and hair pieces have become these days. We, the wig makers, want to put ourselves in that situation. We always want you to go to the market, get your hair and bring, so that you don't blame us for what we got for you. So what you give us is what you give you back, so that we wouldn't have to be complaining that I've not got me this hair, I've not did this, I've not did that, the hair she bought for me was not good. Just go to the market. I have given you all the details and the factors. Put them in your mind. Go to the market and look for the right hair that you want and purchase. Then bring it to us for us to fix to you. So I think that's what all wig makers and hairdressers and beauticians should be doing from now on. Go to the market and select the hair of your choice and bring it to us to fix for you. I'm sure these points are going to help you to get the best hair that you want, that suits your face, suits your budget, and it doesn't leave you empty pockets. So I'm sure you found this video helpful, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, share as many times as you can, and let's keep going. Let's grow the channel together.